Leaders in God's unfolding season. Whatever is going on with the Generation Z protests in Kenya is amazing, and it is a special event going on. Do not be deceived. Have you ever seen anywhere, again, here in Kenya, or even just think in any other country, if it has happened maybe once or twice across the world, where a single generation, here in Kenya we are calling them Generation Z, rises up in arms without any apparent leader? Yeah, there's no Raila or any other leader who is being said to be ahead, in the lead of these protests, without an ethnocentric orientation. They are not coming from a particular community. Yeah, without any sort of formal organization to draw them into their towns. It's not even the church that has organized this. They can't take the church is as much surprised as anyone else. So even when we say it's spiritual, it's not led by the church. Even them, they are being gotten by surprise, and it is certainly not the NGO world, as the president would want us to believe. See my NGO, which one has done that? Yeah, why has it caught the government off guard as it has? Yeah, it's not the NGO. This is the hand of God himself beginning the process of judgment. We want President Ruto, but now leadership is leaving. It will not just leave him, it will leave even his government. Unless he quickly beats a retreat and realigns himself and his government to the purposes of God. Somehow I don't think he will do that. So let us watch and see what's going to happen in the coming few days. But I have told you, this is the hand of God. Let no one see it as any other thing. And it is surely going to run the full course that it is intended before we see the next stage. Just look here in Kenya. Even though the mainline media is failing to report, we've seen those protests in Nairobi now several days. We've seen them in Mombasa, in Eldoret. Big up Eldoret. I saw today your protest was a big one, well attended. We've seen them in Nyeri and God knows where else. Kindly check social media channels. You will be able to see it. Yeah. Have you ever seen that? One group, one generation. Yeah, there are one or two, people who are not in that generation, but far and large, 99% is one generation organizing and with a clear objective to deal with this financial thing. Yeah, with that has been, that is trying to be pushed down our throat even now. Yeah, like today, I've heard what the president said in Garissa. I don't know whether to call it insolence, the sheer disregard of what population is saying. Yeah, even the police, the president said it's the right of people to protest, but the police are lobbing tear gas at people in Nairobi. Yeah, so who is who? Yeah, but don't be deceived. What I wanted to say briefly is that this thing is being organized by a generation, not necessarily by a specific leader. It's not even led by by political parties. Yeah, no political party can take the glory for this. Yeah, and if they are represented, it's not officially. Actually, even the politicians across the board, they were silent until this Generation Z rose up and said enough is enough. Even the opposition, let them not deceive us now in parliament. All of them were quiet and they were going to pass this thing quietly. Iendelee kutufinya si sote. But this, whatever is happening now, is a special thing. I have said it has never happened before in Kenya or anywhere else that I can think of. My take on it is that this thing is spiritual. It is the judgment of a leader and his government, the political mountain. It is a judgment on the political mountain in order to set things straight in this nation. Na ni Mungu mwenyewe. They have been taking God's name in vain. All of them, including governors. I saw Sakaja giving a hefty contribution, 500 goats to Muslims. And that man was in Jesus Winner praying the other day. It's unfortunate. But this is judgment. It's the first step. I am sure the government will just, in tune with what we've seen from President Ruto's statement today, I am sure the government will almost disregard this. But ole wenyu, mutaenda nyumbani. My message to Generation Z is that your weapon, that is the most effective one, is to remain peaceful. Yeah, the way munaimba, we are peaceful, munaimba national anthem, do not deviate from there. Musitamani kutupa mawe na kuchoma tai. If you do that, the police will descend upon you, and even public opinion might be swayed somewhat away from the main grievances. I urge you to remain peaceful as you are, and to remain insistent on what your objective is, even as you are. Musibanduke hapo. That is very effective. You are teaching others who came before you. Hizo party zingine mnajua vile zimekuwa zikifanya. You are teaching them how to do a constructive protest. Mukiona barabara ni ngumu, stage sitting. Muende mutafute pahali, ni Uhuru Park, ni barabara moja, wherever the Lord will lead you. Do sittings so that you're not running up and down and tear gas. Tuone vile polisi watafanya hapo. God bless you, and keep doing what is necessary to free this land.